In this video, we're going to celebrate the official release of Madden 22, and I'm going to show you my absolute favorite play in all of the game. But before we get into the video, guys, I want to announce that we got our second game plan on HuddleGG. Not only do we have the Chiefs doubles that I released last week, we have one of the best players in all of the game, Clef the God, who just went ahead and released his bunch game plan out of Seattle playbook. Absolutely killer. Is going to work both on current gen and on next gen consoles. So whether you're playing PS4, PS5, or Xbox One or Xbox Series S/X, you're going to have complete opportunity to use this game plan and have a lot of success. Wanted to make sure that I brought that out to you. It is the first day of Madden, and we wanted to make sure that we hit it with a bang. Clef is definitely one of the best pros out there, and we wanted to make sure that you guys know about this because of our special that you want to sign up before September 1st in order to get everything on our website for the introductory price of $9.95. That price will be going up when it comes to all the new features that we had put on the website this year. It's going to be a tier 2 $19.95 pricing, but we're going to give you that as long as you just go ahead, sign in for the standard subscription before September 1st, and you're going to be all set. So let's jump into the play. It's called Jet Chip Wasp, comes out of the Trey Y Flex Strong. Only found in the Chiefs playbook, something in which they added last year after Tyreek Hill made that catch in the Super Bowl against the 49ers down there in Miami. And it is a really nice addition. I feel like it works a little bit better this year, especially in your next-gen consoles because of the way that that player has a little bit more smoothness on his route this year in order to get open. So let's look at it. And I'm going to show you one setup that I like to use. I actually use a lot of different setups out of this, but this is one that is going to probably set everything else up so we don't have such a long video. And what we're going to do is just put the two outside players on streaks, the X and the A, and we're going to block our running back, okay? Now, typically speaking, I'm going to double team this outside guy if I don't think that they're setting pressure, only 4 guys. It's going to set my line to at least give me more room to throw this ball. And you're just doing a 1-2. The Y is going to be one that you're just going to be able to, when he goes on his break, you throw it over here, and you can see here that we got between 30 and 35 yards. I caught that almost at the 15-yard line, and you can just see how nice of a route that is, that really, depending on what they do with their zone depths, most people are not willing to put their zone depths at 30. But if they have to, that's really, really tough because we're going to be able to hit everything underneath, every corner route that you want, basically. 30 is really just for the crossers. So if we're able to get them to play 30, then we're going to be in really good shape. Now, if you look at the other side here in cover 3, let me just make sure I double team that side. What you're going to see here is that this B is just going to get open over here. And so now they have to cover sideline to sideline, right? Not a fun thing for them to do. Obviously, we can go into cover 2 real quick and show it to you just to make sure that you see it. But you're basically taking them and giving them, just a lot of room to cover here. So you can see here again, we hit this guy over here and we're able to get it in, right? So it doesn't really matter those. Now, what I do want to talk about is match coverage. The reason why I love this play so much is that we're able to turn off the match. What exactly does that mean? Anytime you've got 4 receivers to one side of the ball, your match coverage, which is your cover 4 palms, your cover 4 quarters, it could be cover 6 invert, it could be cover 9, any of those ones that have one side of the field or both sides of the field that are going to match, the side in which we have the 4 players is going to play like drop coverage every time. Okay, so what that basically means is I'm going to get cover 4 drop here instead of cover 4 match, right? So what you're going to see is that you're going to have that ability to really just go ahead and hit this Y, right? Right on the corner and be able to get it. That was a little inaccurate pass because I had somebody in my face, but you can definitely see how that's going to work. If you don't have success getting the ball, to your player before the sidelines, you can move this player to the left right here more, and you're going to see that your player is going to come in just a little bit, and that's going to help you with your timing if you're having any problems. I want to make sure that you know that because that's going to be one of those deals to where sometimes I got to step up the pocket here. This is just getting wild. Just throw the ball, and obviously we made a play out of something, but the protection broke down, right? But yeah, just by moving this guy to the left, you're going to have that ability to do it. A lot of times, if I think that they're in man coverage, I'll do that just because I want more room to pass lead my player, right? I just want to kind of give you that as an option. Now, with I already showed you palms. You know, you're basically able to do that. Cover 3 match is going to be the same way. Most people shouldn't be playing cover 3 match with trips because it's just going to play like cover 3, but at least I'll show it to you and show you that you're going to see that difference. And then see how this guy moves over here, and you're good, right? So the last coverage or tactic that I want to talk about with this play is when people do cover 0 blitzes. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking in the back of their mind, great route ant cap, but that route is going to take forever. It kind of is not viable if they blitz me when it comes to maybe an all-out blitz. You know, what do you got for that? I'm going to kind of tell you what I do, right? So what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to go to mid blitz. I'm going to call it. I'm going to take the player that's covering the running back, get them closer, so that way we've got a lot of people in the box, right? So these guys have to figure out who they're blocking, who they're not blocking, whatever the case is. I'll even go ahead and make sure that I press just to show that, you know, you got everybody over each other, right? Now, what you're going to see is that I'm going to block the running back, and then I'm going to leave the X on his route, and I'm going to take the B and motion hike it to where he goes and helps with the line and gives an extra blocker. So what's going to end up happening is that you've got X that's going to make the cut to the inside. So if somebody follows the Y, the X is going to be open. If they don't follow the Y is going to be open. And you're going to see with the route tech or whatever the case is, you're going to have a lot of success. So I move this guy over. I keep on pressing the A button. You can see that he's going to be an extra blocker. And now with mid blitz and all that, you absolutely torched him, right? By giving that extra blocker, you're just basically making yourself have an opportunity to block all the players, right? So you got a hat on a hat. 61 even missed the player, but you can see how 18 was able to help out. Typically 61 is if, see how I've got that one DB over him. A lot of people are going to basically touch him with their linebacker. So even though he missed it, that's the guy that they're touching, right? You can see that we get the running back to block this guy. Everybody's blocking. You've got basically 7 hats on a hat. And then what you're going to see is that you really got the ability here to hit the in route or the corner route when it comes to man coverage and all-out blitz. And once you've seen that that's happened once to you, they get out. So I'll show it to you one more time. We'll go to mid blitz, press, move this guy in. I'm going to try to blitz this Jones, which it may mess up, but because usually they're gonna peel off. But I want to make sure, you know what, I'm going to put him on a spy. That's going to be a little bit easier to kind of mimic what's going to go on, right? So I will put him in a spy, leave him right here. And then what I'm going to do here again is I'm going to block the running back, and at this point, all I got to do is move this guy over. Keep on pressing A in order to get him to block. Everybody gets picked up. And now you're going to see how you're going to get an easy 30-yard gain. And people are like, all right, I don't have defense for that. And it's simple as that, right? That's kind of want to make sure that how you see how that works. And because he has route tech, or if you have slot-o-matic, both those are going to work very well on this because they get that boost on that last cut. So this is my favorite play in Madden 22. I got a bunch of other setups that I'm definitely planning on doing something for HuddleGG as a next offensive game plan that I'm involved with. But since we've got a lot of pros lined up, we got Clef this week. We're looking to possibly get defense next week out, and then kind of waiting on a day 1 patch to see how the zones are before we drop defense. But then secondly, we've got a bunch of other people on the lineup. Dreeny is going to be working with us at Huddle this year. We've got Ghosts. We've got a bunch of our pros, and all of our features we're going to try to start up as soon as possible. That's on that tier 2 to include Film Room, to include the Meta Buster, to include Route Combo Bible. You know, now that the official year is kicked off, we're going to go full year to make sure that we give you the best content and the most content we get for the value of your subscription that's possible. Make sure you go ahead and sign up before September 1st. We'll catch you on the next video.